If you are thinking about upgrading to Samsung Galaxy A35 5G, you might be wondering, is it really worth it or should you just stick with the old A35 5G? Well, let's break it down in a fun, natural way with timestamp so you can jump straight to what matters most to you. Ready? Let's go. Let's start with the design. If you have seen the A35 5G, you will notice that the A36 5G has a bit of a makeover. Instead of a single camera bar, the A36 goes for a separate camera rings, giving it a slightly different aesthetics. Some people might prefer the cleaner look of the A35, while others might like more distinctive styling of the A36. Now, here is a little trick that might annoy some people. The SIM card tray has been moved to the bottom on the A36, and unfortunately, Samsung decided to ditch the microSD card slot entirely. So if you are relying on expandable storage, this might not be good for you and this might be a deal breaker. On the plus side, the A36 has doubled the speaker perfections for its secondary speaker compared to A35. It's a tiny design change, but if you care about audio quality, it could make a small difference. Besides that, both phones keep a lot of similarities: plastic frame with a matte finish, glossy glass hair, back, IP67 water and dust resistance, and Gorilla glass fixtures. For durability, no major shifts here. And yes, just like A35, the A36 still doesn't have a headphone jack, so if you are still rocking wide headphones, you will need an adapter or some good Bluetooth there. But now let's talk about the screen. The A36 display is slightly bigger at 6.7 inches compared to the A35 at 6.6 inches, and it's get brighter at 1200 nits. That extra brightness will definitely help when you are using it under a direct sun light. But here is something unexpected. The A36 drops a HDR10 Plus support, which the A35 actually had. So if you are someone who watches a lot of HDR content, that is something to keep in mind. Other than that, both phones offer Super AMOLED panels with a 120Hz refresh rate, so visually still smooth and vibrant, no complaints there. One minor thing, the A36 doesn't have the red tint reduction that the A35 had around the chin and the bezels. Not a huge deal, but if you are really into display uniformity, you might notice it. And secondly, the fingerprint scanner isn't the fastest on either device. It works, but don't expect lightning faster speed. Let's get into the cameras. One surprising change is that the A36 selfie camera is now 12 megapixel instead of 13 megapixel like on the A35. And real world use, the difference isn't huge, but it's technically a downgrade. For real camera performance, the A35 actually produced slightly better color accuracy and dynamic range than the A36. Samsung took the image processing and do not necessarily for the better. That said, both phones support 4K video recording at 30 frames per second with OIX. So video quality and stabilization are solid. One of the highlights of A36 is that it ships with Android 15 and One UI 7.0 out of the box. Plus, Samsung is promising 6 years of software update, which is great for longevity. Another key feature, Samsung added more AI tools in the Gallery app, like a custom filter option. If you love tweaking your phones, that's a nice touch. Under the hood, the A36 is powered by Snapdragon 6 Gen 1, while the A35 runs on a Exynos 1380. Benchmark scores are close, but the Snapdragon might offer slightly better efficiency. But here is something odd: the A36 can feel a little laggy when opening apps compared to the A35. It is not a deal breaker, but it's a noticeable difference. Gaming performance, though the A36 handles higher frame rate and graphic better than the A35, so if you play a lot of mobile games, this might be solid upgrade. That said, video exporting was actually faster on the A35. No clear reasons why, but it's something to keep in mind if you are editing videos on your phone. Battery life should be pretty similar since both phones have a 5000 mAh battery life. The A36 does have a 45 fast charging versus the A35 which have a 25 watt, but surprisingly Samsung still doesn't include a charger in the box. So unless you already want a fast charger, that's an extra cost for you. With the 25 watt charger, the A36 took about 17 minutes to go from 0% to 100%. Decent but nothing revolutionary. On the bright side, thanks to the Snapdragon chip and improved vapor cooling, the A36 might have a slightly better battery efficiency under a heavy use. So what is my final verdict on this particular stuff? If you're already on the A35, there's honestly not a huge reason to upgrade your phone. The changes are pretty minor and the A35 still holds up really well. Plus, Android 15 and some AI features are still coming to Samsung A35 anyway, so you are not missing out on much. So if you're upgrading from older A2X or A3X series, the A36 is worth considering. if you game a lot, the better GPU performance makes it strong pick. If you want the latest software from day one, the A36 has a strong advantage. But if you're happy with your A35, you can definitely skip this upgrade. So what do you think? Would you go for the A36 or stick with your old A35? So drop your comment and tell me what's in your mind. See you later. Bye. Don't forget to subscribe.